Welcome to Boise, Idaho, where fans describe a home game in one way. We get them on the blues. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, here with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get this thing rolling. The Broncos will get us underway with the opening kickoff. And here's the return. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. So Air Force's offense will get first crack at it today. As we take a quick look at the impact players for today's game. What players did you guys look to for motivation to make an impact during your playing days, Jesse?
Well, it was the guys we relied on each and every week. We came into the season expecting these types of guys to be our biggest weapons, and every week...
There he goes! Just searching and working for the running room as he gets it out to the 26. Well, I'm sure there are a lot of emotions, a homecoming of sorts, as he comes back to the place where he played as the head coach of the opposition.
You know it holds a special place in his heart, and he's right now taking the field thinking about all the great memories he shared with his teammates, with his family, with the fans during his time. But he's got a job, David. He's coaching on the other sideline this one, and he wants to get the win for his team.
Oh, you dang right. And you got to pull back those feelings. It's great to be home. It's awesome to be where it started, but you're also paid to do a job, and you're paid by the other side. And right now, you want to go win, and you want to beat this squad because you're competitive, so it's got to be kind of bittersweet.
They stop him just short of the first down, but it will be 2nd and inches coming up. Gives it on the option. Make the stop at the 40, but it's a 10-yard gain and a fresh set of downs.
You want to get the crowd out of the game? Make it boring. Pound the football. Run the football right at them. It takes the juice away. It takes that sauce away. You don't get to those third down situations where they get absolutely bonkers, and it's hard for the quarterback to even think. Just run the football right at them.
And this one will be stopped for no gain. Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Sends it back in motion. They've softened them up with a run. Now to throw it. Takes the easy completion. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. All right, guys, let's chat about Air Force. Can be a little bit tricky to balance that high school recruiting, transfer portal recruiting for some of the non-traditional powers. But when they're grabbing linebackers like this guy, you know they're doing the right thing.
Absolutely, and there's nothing tricky about that, right? Like, recruiting high school players is essential. Transfer portal is good to supplement, but getting a guy like this that can run at the linebacker spot, it can upgrade your roster immediately.
A costly penalty wipes out that third down conversion, and now they'll back up and try it again. And here comes play number 6 of the drive. He might want another play. On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. He turns that loose down the right side. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it. They punted away on 4th down. Fair catch called for and made around the 20-yard line. The Broncos offense will try to get something started with their first possession. And it was a rough showing last week, and it all started with the quarterback, Jesse.
Yeah, he looked lost in that last game out. I thought the defense did a really good job of confusing him, mixing up their looks and their pressure. So no different today. The defense obviously watched the film, and they're going to come out and they're going to try to do the exact same thing and get this guy rattled. So this quarterback, he has to know what to expect early in this one, David.
If I'm his offensive coordinator, I want to get started off on the right foot, man. Get the ground game going. Make it easy, because last week was such a disaster. We want to turn the page. We need some confidence. We need some good mojo. First drive, we need something good to happen early so we can forget about that last week.
Good pick up, a little bit short of the sticks. Guys, let's take just a minute and talk about Boise State. It has been a season to forget, and honesty compels us to say changes are probably coming.
I'm not sure, but I think Reese Davis just fired a coach. Is that what I heard? I'm pretty sure that's what just happened. Listen, hasn't gone well. You've heard the outside noise continuing to get louder and louder, haven't met expectations. And this is the business we live in college sports, when you get paid a lot of money to do a job and you don't perform.
Listen, at the end of the day in college football, it's results-oriented. They've lost football games this year, and so all signs right now pointing to them potentially making that change before next season. If they're going to stay competitive and they're going to field the best team and program possible heading into next year, then it looks as though a change is inevitable here.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Looking to fire. Right on the money. And they pick up just a few on that completion. It'll be 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the wideout. Complete downfield. They'll get the first down. It's spotted on the 49. And the Broncos are rolling down the field. Use the play fake, now to throw. And the quarterback will be slung down back at the 43.
And the defense gets a sack, and that's going to be the big determining factor in this football game. A week ago, he only got sacked 1 time. They've already got him on the ground. If they want to win this football game, they got to keep getting after the quarterback.
Fights off the defender. Breaks into the open. They run him out of bounds. He gets it to the 47. 8th play of the drive coming. It'll be a 3rd and 6. They'll move the wide receiver. On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. Nowhere to go with the ball, and down he goes at the 39. The Broncos will send out the punt unit. The punter going to get his first work of the afternoon. Gets the first one of the day out of there, and we saw a lot of him in that loss last week, 4 times to be exact. And they'll get him down after the return at the 27-yard line. This drive will start at their own 27-yard line. Power football with the run. He'll push his way out to the 30, a pickup of 3. It's been a defensive battle through the first period, and the stats tell that tale. Sometimes you see the offenses sort of settle in, find areas to probe after that first quarter. So 2nd down here as we're back at it after the break. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. Brought down at the 45 after a 15-yard pickup. It's been a great way for the service academies to stay relevant in major college football by having prolific ground game.
Yeah, then those ground games are a pain in everybody's you-know-what. I mean, they drive you nuts, the triple option, because so much discipline. I mean, they're so good at running what they do. They don't do a lot, but they're going to hit you right in the mouth and run the football.
Wants to fire on 2nd down. Quickly out to the tight end.
It's so important that this offense is able to stay on schedule. And what that means is keeping 3rd downs manageable. That last completion to the tight end accomplished just that. Really nice play.
A little too anxious along that offensive line. That'll be a false start.
False start offense.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Plenty of options here, run or pass on 3rd down right around midfield. Quarterback on the keeper. Pass to Sticks, and he may get more. He's loose down the middle. And he got away from the defense and takes it in. Touchdown, Falcons.
The defense has got to do a better job of taking the most dangerous man. That's the guy with the football in his hands. Force him to do something with it. You can't just let him keep the ball and go score.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Boise State ready to send out that offense. They're looking for something, looking for anything to try to put some kind of score on the board, down 7-0. Leaves it with the running back. Jukes his way for more. They finally wrestle down the senior, but not before he picks up some valuable ground.
This offense has to get this guy the ball in as many ways as possible. He showed you all of his tools on that last play.
Here's a quick throw out to the left. Still on his feet at the 45. Hits the afterburners. And the catch and run into the end zone. Touchdown Broncos. Setting up for the extra point and the tie. Quick strike touchdown comes out and jump-starts the offense.
And man, we see this in college football, so much explosiveness and firepower, and we get high-scoring game after high-scoring game, and it looks like we're on pace for one of those right now.
On the run from inside his own 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Here comes the Air Force offense back onto the field. There wasn't much need to throw it around on that last drive for the touchdown, Jesse. They got it done running the ball.
David, I don't think you have to overthink this thing. If they can't stop you running it, why would you stop handing it off? Just keep at it here on this drive.
Well, and if I'm the defense, I'm making some changes. I'm bringing in more big bodies. I'm playing more aggressive towards the line of scrimmage. I am not going to let them have that kind of drive again.
Off the RPO, complete. Getting closer and closer to midfield, out of bounds. They'll mark it at the 47. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The offense will put it in play from the 47 on 1st and 10. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Looking downfield on 1st down. Just a short pass to the tight end. He makes the stop almost as soon as he catches it, and they're short of the 1st down.
Yeah, nice job by the defense staying glued to him. Getting him on the ground as soon as he catches the football. Knowing he's a threat, I'm not going to let this guy get out of my sights. Nice job by the D.
They'll go to the ground. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
Wow. 4 plays on this drive by the offense. They already got 3 first downs. We knew they had a lot of playmakers coming into this game, and they're showing that right now. This defense is going to have to make a play at some point here and stop the bleeding.
And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there.
Well, this offense will screen you in a variety of ways. They'll throw receiver screens, tight end screens. The running back screen also a big part of what they like to do, like you just saw there.
The give to the tailback. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
And that's exactly what you want to do as a defense, man. You want to get penetration and not let that tank get downhill. Because when he gets downhill at that weight and that size, it could be a problem for your defense. Get him before he gets started.
He'll try to do it himself. And he scoots his way to the 1st down and then slides to avoid the hit.
You have got to have pass rushing lane integrity when you face this quarterback. On 3rd down, someone gets out of his gap right up the middle. It's easy for the quarterback to see. He just tucks it and takes off and picks up the 1st down.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
Quick pass on the jet motion. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage. 3rd and long coming from the 27-yard line. You can make a field goal from here, just don't take a negative play. Throwing right. He's got it. And what a throw to get it in there, and they've got it in business in the red zone at the 13. The Falcons, once backed up in the shadow of their own goalpost, have put quite a drive together. He's got it. They stop him just a link or two short of the first, and man, what they can do on second down here. We'll take a quick break here. 2 minutes to play in the first half. Going to work on second down in the red zone, is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. They'll try the run. They'll get him stopped just short of the end zone, but they're in business here with a first down.
Well, they needed 2 yards for that first down. The running back doing just enough to make sure he keeps this drive alive.
And the Falcons will try to punch it in on first and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. Going right back to the well, and this time he finds water. Gets it into the end zone for the touchdown.
And that touchdown run is just going to galvanize this entire football team. Really nice job being physical, and that sends a message. We're not just taking the lead. There's a lot of football left, and we are going to keep trying to run this ball down your throat.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. They'll start this drive going to the air. Caught over the middle. It's Dawkins. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. Back to pass on second down. And the defense, they've got him at the 27. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half.
Well, for this defense, finally, you're seeing pressure on the quarterback. They're outside the top 50 in sacks per game. They've been waiting to find some more consistent pressure to help them win games, and they're getting it in this game now. 3 sacks on the day. They're just simply winning and doing a better job executing up front at the point of attack.
And the Broncos will try to pin them back with the punt. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Hauls it in and looking upfield. He gets a block. Touchdown, Air Force! Stealing a score on special teams.
And every year there's exciting new freshmen to look at and talk about and pub up. And this guy got a lot of that pub, and you see why. The dynamic play on special teams. You can see the speed. You can see the wheels. And you know the reason the fans were jacked up when they signed this guy this year.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. First play of the drive, wants to throw. Trying to set up the screen. And he's still running after the move. Taken out of bounds after a good pickup there. They're in striking distance at the 37. Get a big play like that last one, you flip the field, you change the momentum. Now it's 1st and 10 from the 38. And those two couldn't make the connection. It's an incomplete pass.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
He's all the way down to the 27-yard line, and they are threatening. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. The Broncos come to the line with a fresh set of downs. To the air on first down. The sure hands, it's Dawkins. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Really good defense. You know, you're trying to stay as close as you can to all these targets, and most importantly, those open field tackles and getting them on the ground as soon as they catch it. That's a major deal for defenses, and that was a good example there of it.
The offense calls timeout, and they won't have any more left this half.
Man, it's so important when you play QB. I got to know when to put some air on it, and I got to know when to rocket that thing in there. Work in the middle of the field. He knew he needed the rocket, threw it in there. Great job, great catch.
Unloads to the wideout. It's complete. He's there to make the stop, but not before he sets up this offense. 1st and goal from the 7. Secondary walks up on the line, showing press coverage. snap in the shotgun. The pass falls incomplete, and that's how we'll finish this half. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Gentlemen, this matchup on that Smurf turf, sign me up for another half in Boise. And how can we begin our analysis of that first half without singing the praises of one of the elite backs in football? Racking up huge numbers on the ground, even throwing the occasional block. This kid is the total package. And if this defense doesn't adjust his strategy, he could be headed towards a career day. With that said, let's send it back to the guys at Albertson Stadium.
Thanks for that breakdown, Kevin. The Falcons will kick it away first, and we'll start the second half. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Bronco offense back out there ready to give it another spin. I imagine we'll see them go right back to work up top after how productive that passing game was in the first half.
And it's interesting. If I'm the defense and I've got the lead, they've had success throwing the football, but we're winning. I don't know that this defense changes too much of what they've done in the first half.
I think they got to do a better job with pass rush. They might want to change their coverages as well, because they're probably at this point expecting this offense to have to keep throwing, considering they did have success.
And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19.
Well, the defense knew coming into the second half here they were going to have to crank up the pass rush, right? They've got the lead. They're going to be seeing this quarterback drop back. How can you affect him? You've got to win up front one-on-one and get home, and they did.
He's going to throw deep right side. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a 4th down. And the Broncos send out the punt unit. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. He'll try to field the punt and bring it back. And the returner could find no daylight. He goes down. They'll crank up this drive with the pass. Finds a tight end. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few.
That's a great example of the defense there tackling the catch. As soon as the big fella caught the ball, down he went, not picking up the first.
Wants to go up top. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Stopped at the 47-yard line, a 10-yard gain, and they'll move the markers.
It's a nice play call there. You've got 2-possession lead. You're trying to keep the defense guessing, right? Because you've got that lead, they know you're going to run it, but you still have got to be able to sprinkle in some shot plays and some vertical throws. That was really, really good thinking on that last play call by the offense.
Lost 1 on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Motion from the wide receiver. 2nd down, he'll throw it. Looking for a huge play. And they can't hook up. Going for the big play on 2nd down. Now it's 3rd down.
And sometimes you see great shooters and they get on fire and they just can't miss. And that's what this QB looks like the last couple weeks, man. Just completion percentage through the roof, running the offense at an elite level. You can tell in complete control of this offense.
3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. That's caught. It's Smith. 3rd down conversions are huge, and they've got one, and they're at the 35. And the Falcons look to keep this drive humming.
The defense has got to be able to make a play at some point here in the second half. You're down 2 possessions. You need to steal a possession badly. You need to have a takeaway. The coverage is going to have to be way tighter than on that last throw. Otherwise, this offense is just going to go up and down the field.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. He'll do it himself. Turning it on. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the 1st down.
Man, this defense has to be better. You have to stop the first part of the option, and that is the quarterback. And he gets loose. He gets the 1st down, another set of downs. They need to figure out this plan and how to stop this quarterback.
This freshman makes the stop after a short gain. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. What will they dial up on second and a long way to go? Pulls and throws off the RPO. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down.
This slot receiver is a guy the defense has to be careful of. He runs good routes. He's got some speed. And if you're not careful, this guy can gash you.
They'll try to move the chains on the ground. And he gets it inside the 10-yard line. They'll mark it at the 9 where it'll be first and goal. The Falcons pounded the rock to move the sticks. Now back to work. A first down run on the doorstep. This time the defense was ready and they stop him in his tracks. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play and we'll take a break to check him out. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. The run up the middle, trying to power to the goal line. And again, stopped right in his tracks, nowhere to run. It's third and goal and third and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Rushes on him. It's incomplete, and this ought to be a boost of confidence for this defense, getting a stop against these guys on third down. Now on fourth down, they'll settle for a field goal try. It's good, and that was dead solid perfect. And they'll push that lead out a little further. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
The Big 12 has become must-see TV, and fellas, today's clash is no different. Texas looks like a bunch of world beaters right now, marching all over that field like Bevo in the pregame. They're up by 39 over Utah. We'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know about in this one, the Big 12, or anywhere else in college football.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. He'll keep it himself. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
And it's been a surprise today for this offense. Like, coming into the game, we all talked about it. We thought they'd be able to run against this defense that's been run on a lot, and this offense just can't get the running game going. It'll be interesting to see what they do to try to change it up, but somehow, some way, they need that physical ground game.
The defense got caught that time, and they finally get him on the ground at the 41. The Broncos will have it 1st and 10. Quick release by the QB. He gets it down to the 36 before being knocked out of bounds. They'll line up for a 2nd down play. He'll pull it on the read. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
The offense thought they had a good look to run that play into with the QB, but there's just an example of a defender winning his one-on-one battle and making a tremendous play. Great effort by that guy.
Quarterback on the keeper. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play. And they're running out the kicker to give it a try. He says he's got a big leg. He's going to have to show it from 56 yards out. That's the end of the quarter. Air Force has the lead here. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. And they'll pat the kicker on the tail and tell him to go give it a shot. No good. Boy, they could have used that one to cut into the deficit, but guys, still a 3-score ball game. Air Force has it back, and the Falcon offense returns to the field. They had to settle for the chip shot field goal last time, Jesse. They'd love for this one to pay off bigger.
Yeah, it just comes down to execution, too. Did a nice job out in the field, stalled a little bit once they got down to the goal line, so they just need to be a little bit more crisp here, Dave.
Yeah, and listen, I think the first part was the most important part. You got to put the drive together first to get down there. Now, when we get down there, focus on execution and getting 6 points.
And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was not loose, and third down is coming.
Yeah, and you just wonder if the defense now is taking out some frustration. Obviously, they've been getting lit up all over the place, and that time, they finally gave it back to the offense there. Really nice, big, clean hit. This defense needs a little bit more of that as the game goes on.
And the Falcons will punt it away on fourth down. And last time they punted, it went back for 6. Not going to risk a return here. Calls for the fair catch and makes it just around the 30-yard line. Wasting no time throwing on this drive. Fires to the big fella. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Defense in press coverage. To the air on second down. Shoots it to the left. Got his man. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains. Now they'll try to cash in this drive. 1st and 10 from the 50. The give to the back. A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Guided out of bounds at the 22. A good play for this offense as they are threatening to score. And the Broncos are marching down the field. Looking to throw on first down. Got his man. No chance to run, but still a solid pickup on that one. Now setting up shop in the red zone. Second down, they'll go to the air. Throws to the wideout. Wideout trying to get it in. Can't quite cross the plane to get the 6, but they'll have the first down. The Broncos had tough field position to start this drive, but they've been relentless in moving the ball methodically down the field. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Boise State. Getting set for the point after. And the extra point is good, but they're still down 24-14. They took it 68 yards on that drive, and they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge. And he takes this from inside the 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Here comes the Air Force offense back onto the field. After that last scoring drive, old Uncle Mo has switched sidelines, and now they'll try to get it back while they're clinging to this lead. And he is snuffed out, greeted by a host of defenders. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Back to pass. Bringing the heat. And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18.
This has been a bit of the story of this game so far, is this quarterback's running ability and whether or not the defense can stop them. They got the play there. They were able to get a sack, rally to him, and get one of the fast.
This will be picked off, maybe just the turning point they needed. And they'll get him down after a solid return.
This is frustrating. You know, you're an offense, you're in a great position, you're up by 2 scores. All you do is take care of the football. Premium, taking care of the football. We're trying to run some clock. We're trying to get out of here with a W.
Touchdown, Broncos! Snagged in the end zone to give them 6.
Well, you can't get momentum in a game any better than they just did. Defensively, you get the turnover. Right away, your offense jogs on the field. You take a shot deep, you hit it for a touchdown. They've got a lot of explosive playmakers on this offense, and you saw it right there.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Air Force has it back, and the Falcon offense returns to the field. Last drive ended with a pick, but you still have to attack through the air. Leaves it with the back. Into the pile, maybe got one. He stopped at the 21.
At this point of the game, the offense has the lead, and the offensive coordinator knows they want to keep running the football. So he's going back, he's looking at his playlist, and he's saying, which runs work the best for me in this game? What can I lean on right here to make sure we win this one?
Pulls it in, it's Smith. Makes the stop at the 32, but he picks up 10 on that play.
How about this offense, man? You got to love it. Late in the fourth quarter, you have the lead. They don't get conservative. Staying balanced. Run, back it up with a pass, getting the first down, a few more first downs, and you can walk out of here with a W.
Just willed his way for a couple out to the 35. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. Pulls it in, it's Smith. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. The Falcons will snap it on 1st and 10. The give as they work on that clock. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Trying to impose their will with the run. And he was able to run through one tackle, but still only a modest gain.
This offense thinks that they have enough left in the tank here to run the football and run all the time off the clock. They got the lead late. Didn't get the first down on that last one, but it's not going to surprise anybody if they turn around and hand it off again here.
They'll snap it from the 48 on 3rd and short. He leaves it with his back. Got the first down. Looking for more. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. And the Falcons kept this drive moving on the ground. Now back to work. Off play action on 1st down. Fires to the wideout. Got him downfield. They make the tackle, but he's got a fresh set of downs, and it's 1st and goal from the 7.
Yeah, and the quarterback knew exactly where he wanted to go with the football, had time, spins the ball deep. Nice job by this offense, understanding what the defense is giving them and creating the...
And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Falcons.
That is exactly what you want your offense to do. You want it to eat clock, but if you score, go up by 2 possessions, nail, meat, coffin. Great execution by this offense to put this game away.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Boise State has it back, ready to go to work on offense. They're starting to feel a little desperation here, David. They just can't press yet.
Hey, it's go time. We got to put some drives together, down multiple possessions, Jesse. We don't have any time to waste.
Yeah, so at this point of the game, your best players have to touch the football. You've got to dial up plays, getting your biggest playmakers involved now if you're going to win this game.
Last incompletion leaves them still sitting at their own 25 with 2nd and 10. Looking to fire. Got it in the middle, it's Dawkins. Caught, and he's close to a 1st down on the nice pickup there. They'll hurry to the line with the clock still running. Wants to throw on 3rd. He'll pull it down. And the deep shot was knocked away incomplete, but there is a penalty flag down. Let's get the call. Remember, if your entire body is past the line of scrimmage when you throw the football, that's a penalty. He was, and the penalty will be accepted. Down by multiple possessions, they can't come up empty on this drive in the fourth quarter. They'll go for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. He's got it, first down and more. He gets out of bounds and, more importantly, picks up the first down. Clock stopped as the drive continues. Wants to throw on first down. Good job to avoid the negative play and just get rid of that thing. Let's talk for a second about Boise State. He's been under pressure all season, and they really haven't done much to turn down that heat. And it's just hard to imagine that this guy will be back leading this program next year.
Yeah, and you want to see him finish strong, and I think Coach needs to finish strong. All the negativity swirling around the program, obviously, you hear it. It's a part of it. The kids hear it, but finishing strong would kind of ease some of that. But Palmer, it's the body of work. Everything he did this season is going to be taken into account. And it's going to be tough, I think, for him to keep his job.
It's a combination of wins and losses this year, but it's also about who's out there. There's some good big-time candidates, some good coaches that could come in. We know they've got the money to spend. It just seems like they're going to make a change.
On fourth down, they're taking to the air. A deep throw as the clock winds down. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. They get the W, and with that being win number 6, looks as if they're going bowling, guys.
And that's a good moment for this squad, right? Like, you start every season, you have big goals, and it usually starts with your conference championship and winning a national championship, maybe going to the playoffs. Everybody has different goals, but getting to a bowl is always sweet, and this team's eligible now.
I know the coaches are really happy about this, the AD and the fans, because they know what it means for the program, right? You're going to get those 15 extra practices at the end of the year to help develop young talent. Looking ahead to next season, but that's next season. There's still a lot of football left to go this year. Let's just see how good of a bowl game they can get to.
That will put the wrap on things from here for David.